I'm 78 years old, and I don't have the luxury of pretending anymore. There's a point in life when the polite lies stop working. The ones where you say, I'm fine. The ones where you say, I'll get to it someday. I used those lies like bandages. They held until they didn't. And I want to tell you something I wish someone had told me gently but honestly long before now. For most of my life, people would have said I did well. I worked hard, I provided, I moved up. There were plaques, there were handshakes, there were people who said they admired me. I thought that meant I was living the right way. My calendar was full, my bank account was respectable, and any time something felt empty inside, I assumed it just meant I needed to reach the next goal. So I kept chasing. Promotions instead of dinners, meetings instead of walks, emails instead of conversations. I told myself, later. I'll slow down later. There's still time. That sentence is the most dangerous one I ever believed. The turning point didn't feel dramatic. The doctor didn't need to say much. He just pointed to a screen, took a breath, and started talking in careful, gentle sentences. Words like advanced and progression and realistic. I remember staring at his mouth moving while realizing my life had been quietly shortening for years, and I'd treated every day as if it were disposable. On the drive home, it wasn't fear that hurt the most. It was the recognition. I'd spent decades trading moments I couldn't replace for things that didn't matter once the clock became visible. Here's the part that still unsettles me. I wasn't really living. I was performing a life. Check the box, hit the target, prove myself again and again and again. And beneath all of that was the lie. I have time. Time to call my sister. Time to sit with my kids without looking at the clock. Time to take a trip with my wife instead of promising next year. I told myself the same excuses you might be telling yourself right now. I'm busy. This is just a season. I'll make it up to them later. Later is not a guarantee. Later is something you invent so you feel better ignoring what matters. Success fooled me. Money is comfortable, but it doesn't sit beside you at 3 a.m. when you're afraid. Achievements are impressive, but they don't remember your birthday. The goalposts always moved. Every time I reached one, I quietly raised it again. I thought that was ambition. It was hunger, and hunger never says enough. I knew a man who kept postponing a fishing trip with his father. Work, weather, schedules, always something reasonable. His father died before they went. He told me years later that he still sets his alarm some mornings, as if the trip is somehow still on. That's what regret does. It keeps waking you up long after the chance has gone. My deepest regrets are not dramatic stories. They're small, ordinary moments I stepped over. The night my daughter wanted to show me a drawing and I said, in a minute, and never came back. The last conversation with my mother where I was distracted and hurried her off the phone. The Sunday mornings I could have lingered at the table, but instead reached for my keys. I regret not sitting beside people when they were hurting. I regret not saying, tell me more, and just listening. I regret the trips we said we'd take when life was less busy. Life never became less busy. It just became shorter. These are quiet losses. They don't make headlines, but they stay with you. What actually matters becomes very simple at the end. Time, people, being present, not performing presence, not half listening while thinking about something else, just being there. It sounds obvious. I would have rolled my eyes at this when I was younger, but age has a way of stripping the decorations off the truth until only the truth is left. And the truth is, the ordinary moments you hurry past are the ones you'll ache for later. So let me ask you something gently. If you found out tomorrow that your time was